I'm going to say a word, and when I do, I don't want you to think too much about it. I'd just like you to say it to yourself, smile, or even laugh. The word is life. Everyone in here has had the worst day and moment of their life, thinking that's impossible to get through, and how can I go on? But yet here you are, still pushing forward. Throughout our life, we are given tests and obstacles that build up our resilience. But most people are just happy to get through that tough time in their life instead of stopping to process the skills and tools that they learn that will get them through the next challenge. When we are born, we are intuitively driven with a thirst for exploring all there is, including our emotions. We open a box, we play with the toy car inside, we zing it on the floor, over the table, up the walls, we chew it, throw it, hit it, wanting it to do more. We then see the box that it came in. And no longer do we just have a toy car, we now have a cubby house, a spaceship, a sailing boat, an astronaut's helmet. The endless possibilities of a creative imagination to explore all there is, with nowhere in our wandering minds are the words try, fail, or impossible. We just do it and see what happens. Later though in life, we're taken away from that thirst for exploring the unknown and who we are, out of fear of failing or the self-talk doubting our abilities. We start looking towards friends, family, and social media of how we're supposed to be and what should be normal for us. We start relying on others for our security and our answers to our problems, instead of getting ourselves through them every single day. We should learn from all the mistakes that we make to be able to take us forward through to the next. For me as a child, I had so many unanswered questions that would grab me by the throat and drag me down that continued throughout my life, of wanting to explore who I was, but also questioning if what I was doing was right in comparison to the way other people were living. That was until about 6 years ago, and I decided to make a stand on my life and give my life back to myself. Instead of listening to other people, I took everything I'd learned in life and put my own intuition into it to be able to move forward. And for 8 months, I disconnected from just about everyone I knew. I trained harder than I ever had before. If I needed to get anywhere, I'd run. All my time and all my energy was built on my purpose to grow the strongest possible version of myself that I could. On January 3rd, 2015, I set myself what would be the greatest test of my life. I walked down to my local beach, board under the arm, and I set off on a 500-mile solo and unassisted paddleboard adventure. For 17 days, I faced everything from sunstroke to cold currents and nights, loss of food and water, dehydration. I was circled by sharks, even knocked off my board by a 15-foot white pointer. My mind, my hands, and my burning determination to do what I felt was right kept me moving forward. Throughout the paddle, I had so many amazing awakenings as I went through the physical and mental pain barriers. One of these awakenings was the ability to give thanks to all my pain and all the struggles that I'd gone through in life. All the struggles that I hadn't stopped to appreciate how they'd made me grow as a man. But I understood that this is how I was able to keep moving forward on this paddle, to keep on going. So I decided I'd use all those struggles and test them out in tough times when I was alone in the ocean to keep on moving forward. 17 days later, I reached my destination, and again, I was gifted with something that I could never have imagined, the greatest sense of pride. Not just for what I'd overcome on the paddle, but for what I'd overcome in life, and all that I'd had achieved myself to be able to keep moving forward. This is what I want to share with other people. We go through these struggles, but it doesn't mean it's the end. This is just a start, and we need to learn and rebuild from these struggles to be able to get us through to the next lot of events. After the paddle, I continued and I became what's known as a poly-endurance athlete. So as you can see, I've paddled oceans, I've skateboarded from Chicago to Santa Monica along Route 66, including the Mojave Desert of 127 degrees in 24 hours non-stop. And I've even ran a marathon, a full marathon, carrying a 37-pound mattress. Each of these challenges, they were tough, and I had to draw from a lot to be able to keep on going. But with each of them as well, I had to learn new ways for my body and my mind to adapt to keep on moving forward. Each of them gave me their own tests and their own struggles that I had to process constantly to be able to keep going and to keep sharing this message with other people. Recently, I was in Tulum, Mexico, and I thought I'd learn another new sport of freediving. For me, it was, stepping out of that comfort zone once again. I'd done my training, done my course, and I was ready to go down. I went down a bit, and I got to a point where I went, breathe, get up, quick, get up. Up to the top, did my breath work, calm myself back down, started to process the unknown again. Next time I went down, I went further than that point where I first stopped and had to breathe, and went down further. Then back up, take my breath. Bit by bit, little by little, I kept going down further and further, until I was rewarded with something so amazing and so incredible, being able to go down to the depth that I wanted to and see the colours and the lights and the stillness and the peace, just sitting there, hanging onto that rope, just looking around until I was ready, not forced, until I was ready to come back up and take my breath. Had I not taken the time to process that and stretch my comfort zone, I would never have experienced such beauty and wonder under this water. I would have only just seen it on top. Now, I'm comfortable being on top of the water, but I wasn't going 70 or 100 foot down only on one breath, which now I am because I've pushed past that comfort zone. Now, I'm not saying you have to dive to great depths and paddle oceans and get chased by sharks or anything. But I do encourage you to step out of your comfort zone and push it just that little bit wider. Test yourself every single day. And it could be something as simple as riding to work instead of driving one day, asking that special person out on a date but you've always been too scared to, or even baking that perfect hot apple pie. Every one of these things will keep testing and pushing you and stretching your comfort zone wider and wider. When your comfort zone gets wider, the whole world just opens up to new possibilities of what you can do and what you can experience. We're all capable of overcoming our greatest fears and challenges. And what may seem like negative people and situations in our life, they do not have to weigh us down or hold us back. They should strengthen and empower us and give us the strength to be able to get through to our next checkpoint. Because after all, we're all on the world's toughest endurance event, life. Just remember to smile and even laugh along the way. Thanks, everyone.